Welcome back to the Crypto Investor Podcast. My name is Daniel Einat. I have Mr. David, and he is a diamonds expert. He deals with diamonds, and today I want to discuss with him more about diamonds tokenization. Hi, David.
How are you? Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm just fine. How about you?
I'm
glad to be on the
great.
show.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you. I've not really had so many experts dealing with diamonds. Today, I want to learn about how to invest in diamonds, how to tokenize diamonds, how can diamonds meet blockchain?
Well, actually, it comes from demand that we saw at ED Diamonds. I just joined ED Diamonds very shortly ago, and the owner said that he feels that something within the crypto community investors is looking at investing in rare assets like diamonds, for example, like golds and jewelry, because of the instability of the value of the cryptocurrency. So they would like to secure their funds, secure their investment, as well as increase its value with non-virtual assets like real assets, namely speaking, diamonds, cars, etc., etc.
Tell me about diamonds. When did people start investing in diamonds?
Well, people were always looking at diamonds as a luxury product, and investment in diamond was always it went along side by side with gold. Gold is doing very well recently, so people tend to invest more. But I mean, practically what happens, I mean, I'm saying it from a very technical point. I mean, you can buy $1 million worth of diamonds, and that will be shipped to you in a very small box. Whereas when you buy just a single piece of gold, I mean, this is heavy to ship, and the idea of getting something that is so valuable to you, put it in your safe back at home, and then let it sit there until the value increases, and then do something with it later, shipping wise, became something very, I would say, challenging, and therefore they wanted to use something which is very small, for example, jewelry, watches, and so on and so forth.
So, which means some good time ago, even before Christ, people were investing in diamonds and gold.
I wouldn't call it investing, but I would say people were curious to have something valuable. I mean, as you look through the history, gold was always something, gold and all sorts of metals were always something people looking at. I don't think diamonds were in mining at this point in time, so back in the history, but yes, people look at valuable assets, I would say, from ever since the human race was exist.
I think at some point gold and diamonds were acted as money, as an item of exchange. It was once used for trading.
I would say there was exchangeable, but keep in mind that, I mean, depending on the I would say the social class that you belong to. I mean, let's take farmers and those who are growing cutlery and cows and the like. So, I mean, sometimes the farmer was used to exchange his products, like, for example, like vegetable in exchange for chicken, and vice versa. So exchanging goods for in goods for goods and goods for money was always exist. So it all depends on the value. So when you have such luxury value with luxury asset with such value, I would say the trade becomes a little more sophisticated, but nonetheless is exactly the same. I mean, I'm not comparing our diamonds to a vegetable, of course, but I mean, the principle is the same. This is what I have. This is the value I see, and this is what I'd like to get in exchange, either money or another product.
Wow, that's really an amazing concept. When did you hear about tokenization? When did you find out that tokenization is a technology and it is actually happening?
Well, to be honest with you, we pretty much knew about that because ED Diamond were dealing extensively with not with collectors, but with diamond traders, with jewelers, and the like. And all of a sudden, I mean, I was not involved in it. I mean, I was just joined the company recently ago. The owner came and said, I mean, I see something. People that are not part of our community came to me, approached me, and say, we would like to pay you with crypto. We would like to pay you with digital currency, and then get the diamonds instead. And I think that picked up something, and then he said, I would like to check on that. And this is something we're investigating right now. And communities like yourself appears to be very interesting, although you exchange valuable real goods to virtual money. We're doing the other way around, but I think there is a good synergy in between you and I.
So with which crypto exactly did he want to exchange his diamonds for? Because we have so many different cryptocurrencies right now, so many thousands of them.
Well, it depends on. I think that the more acceptable, the more recognized cryptocurrency will be acceptable. I mean, there are about 10,000 of them, so I don't know which one to name. But the more recognized, such as a Bitcoin and the like, will be acceptable. But again, it all depends on the source. It all depends on the value. It all depends on many factors that I cannot relate to right now, unless we see some interest on the other side and say, this is the type of crypto we have, we would like to pay with this and that. I mean, it's not up to me to decide. I'm just doing the match between the trading parties, the seller and the buyer.
That's really amazing, because I'm looking at it in a different angle. First of all, there is exchanging crypto for diamonds. That is, you give him your crypto, then he gives you your diamonds, then it's you to know what you're going to do with the diamonds, so either keep them or trade them or whatsoever. Then there is tokenization of the diamonds. He actually stays with his diamonds, but they are digitally represented on the blockchain, on the internet, and so many people across the world can buy points or tokens or shares of those diamonds. You know, we are talking about two different things now here.
Yeah, I understand that, but we are not part of it. I mean, our direction is very simple. I mean, we since ED Diamond is expert in diamond, and only rare diamonds, fancy color diamonds, argyle diamonds. This is what we expert in, and this is what we sell. We understand that those who buy it, I mean, doing exactly what you're saying, holding them against an increased value or any potential increased value and the like. So we understand that this is what they're looking for, like gold, like other metals and other valuables, and this is where they at. So I mean, it applies to antique cars, it applies to luxury cars, it applies to luxury real estate. It really depends on what they would like to have as an exchange to tokenization, for example.
Yeah, which means a company that wants to tokenize diamonds can reach out to you and you sell them. I don't know how you calculate diamonds, maybe in grams, that are worth some good billions in dollars, trillions, billions, millions.
Well, I would say at the very beginning, I mean, firstly, it builds by carat, and so I would say that the beginners starting with 15,000 to 70,000, this is a beginning investment. And those people who are looking at that can afford it. They don't consider that such risk. And then they grow into hundreds of thousands, namely speaking, 700,000 and 900,000. And the diamonds I showed you yesterday are within the $2 to $3 million. So it really depends on what they feel like. I would be overly surprised if anybody would say, hey, I'd like to start with 2 million, but I mean, I always welcome that, of course. And practically to be modest, to feel safe, to feel secure, about I would say $40,000 to $70,000 early beginning investment will be suitable and doable for both sides.
Because when we look at tokenization, somebody, okay, let me not refer to somebody, but a certain institution might want to buy diamonds worth $50 million so that it has a lot in the pool in liquidity. You know, they have what to pay away with, like the liquidity is actually strong, not $70,000, not $700,000, some good millions worth of pounds. Yes, just the way you see somebody tokenizes their entire hotel building, which is worth some good millions of dollars. How about that?
Well, again, I mean, practically we're playing it very simple. We have no control of the desire or what the other side is planning to do. That's why I'm saying I understand that this market speaking high value, but I would like to be a little modest and responsible because since I'm well known within my community. Here I'm coming to a new community and I'm trying to fulfill a demand that I see that is emerging. And therefore, if in order for people to know me and feel more secure and better, I mean, that's why I'm starting very low. However, I won't deny anything beyond that. But I mean, I'm just telling you how things are going in the environment I know so far. I mean, we started with those who paid about $40,000 to $70,000 to begin with, and repeat orders came to be $100,000, and we have a single purchase of $1.2, $1.7 million per purchase. Now you're talking about an amazingly exceptional value as far as we consider that. And all we have to do is just to fulfill that need. I mean, what people would like to do with the value they buy is up to them. I mean, I would love to know it because it's very interesting and it really enriches I would say it really enriches me as person who has curiosity to learn and know things, and it's very interesting to know that. But I rather not get involved into it because these are respectable business people who calculate and figure out exactly what to do with their money. All I can do is to provide them with the best quality diamonds, so their value, or I would say their investment, will worthwhile making it.
Okay, which types of diamonds are you guys dealing with? Are there types of diamonds, different types of diamonds?
Yeah, we have fancy color diamond, argyle diamonds. I mean, we have red, pink, yellow, and green. In various shapes and sizes and level of cleanliness and so on and so forth. So when people are coming to us, they would like to know, I must give them the credit, they're very knowledgeable of what they do. But if they are not that knowledgeable, they stop and say, okay, this is the budget I have. What you can offer me and teach me and educate me. And this is another conversation I'm going to have with the investor, because this is not something we can do right now when we're talking. But so you know, this is the dynamic. I say, yes, based on what we know so far, people are very educated and knowledgeable about what they buy. They're buying like you're going to a grocery store and you have your wish and you have your shopping list. This is what I want: cleanliness, size, karat, and so on and so forth. And those who don't understand that there is a value, they would like to know. It's slower process because they asking questions, they getting information, they learn it, they digest it, and then they coming back, and then they changing their budget accordingly.
David, have you invested in crypto before?
No, I never dealt with crypto. I think I know that Edie Diamond might look at that, but I'm not so sure about his investing. I write to keep it private for him. So I never did it.
Wow, that's really amazing.
This is something I think I would like to neutralize myself from this role, because I'd like to come clean and say, I'm a marketing guy, I'm a salesman. and I'd like to be very pure in the value I present to you. I mean, there are two types of people. Your people who appear to be very knowledgeable and very educated about the subject matter. On the other side, I have a crypto investor who would like to buy there for their own consumption, not necessarily for trading. And they would like to feel the prestige, like they're buying their Mercedes, like they're buying their BMW, like they're buying their Maserati. They would like to have a diamond that has the same value like their luxury vehicles and luxury watch. Okay, this is another type of mentality which I personally relate to that, and I'm selling lifestyle. I'm talking about lifestyle, whereas here we can talk about projects and the like. So that's why being a clear marketing guy who's looking at the value I'm selling, I'm providing to the customer, this is what I have in mind. When I'll start to being, I don't have diamonds, I'm not intending to buy diamonds. I'd like to learn as much as I can and learn as much as I can about crypto. But I mean, putting my hand on that will move me away from my focus and will shift my focus to things that won't provide the value to you.
Yes, definitely. So you told me about your relationship between Australia and then Hong Kong. Tell me about that.
Hong Kong is our front office where we ship the products to, where the diamonds are coming from, and this is where we run the trade. When those who are buying, the crypto investors, paying us with whatever currency they have to Hong Kong, and then we ship it in a secure shipment, of course, to the customer. As I mentioned to you, the base is in Israel, so some operation is done, as far as cleanliness operation is done in Israel, given that it's still one of the largest exporters of diamonds, finished diamond in the world. And we get the raw diamond shipped to Israel and then going to our front office in Hong Kong, where it's easier to ship worldwide.
Where does the diamonds come from mining? Where are they mined from?
Australia.
Wow.
These are Argyle diamonds coming from Australia mainly, yes.
So how does the shipping of diamonds happen? Because diamonds is a very, very precious metal.
Yeah, it's shipped very securely with a special delivery and carrier company who are actually the Brinks, for example, who's well known. I mean, this is one of the service providers to us, which we use very extensively, getting the diamonds to us and then shipping them later and shipping them to customers.
Wow, that's really amazing. You know, the basic of this conversation, I want us to connect it back to crypto and tokenization. I'm so curious to find out that Eddie Diamonds is highly interested in receiving crypto in exchange for diamonds. Yet traditionally, it is believed that actually diamonds are more precious, rare, and you can actually exchange it to cash easily. Maybe they are ready markets already. And he wants crypto. He wants to take in crypto, various forms of crypto. I'm so curious.
I would say this is not something we initiate, and this is something we realize that there is demand in market. I mean, we realize that there is demand. We realize that crypto investor would like to exchange crypto for actual goods. I mean, these guys are also buying watches. These guys are also buying jewelry. These guys also buying luxury cars and the like. And they're looking at diamonds because this is a good investment, similarly like gold. So I mean, if we would have to create that market and push ourselves into the market, that will take us years to educate the market. The market begins to be educated. So, I mean, that makes our life a little easier and then offer the best to those who show interest. Because keep in mind that when the guy is having a budget to spend either crypto or actual liquid money, I mean, they have something in mind. They would like to see what is the best value they can get, and they're shopping around exactly like we do shopping on Fifth Avenue in New York. I mean, they're going from one store to another to see, okay, this one offers gold, this one offers diamond, this one offers antique cars, this one offers luxury real estate, and this one offers whatever. And when they realize what the best value is, because I'm not competing just with another supplier of diamonds, I'm competing with alternatives. They're looking for alternatives. And I have to convince them that my alternative is better than Maserati coming from Italy, for example, okay? So this is where I'm at.
Wow, that's really amazing. Basically, the crypto market has grown so big that there are so many people holding crypto and they want to exchange it for metals, for these precious metals, for diamonds, but they don't want to put in cash to first exchange it for cash, but they want to directly exchange crypto for cash. I think that's really amazing that the market is now big.
Yeah, this is right now the money they're holding. This is right now the money they're playing with, and it's considered to be money like anything else. The fact that this is virtual currency, it doesn't make any difference, because I mean, they could exchange it for real money and then pay with real money. What difference does it make? So, I mean, this is the money they're using, and this is what they're paying. Now, given that this money multiplies its value and increases its value as time goes by, makes them richer and richer as they go by. As the day goes by. So that's why, I mean, they have an available income to invest, exactly like anybody else who are having enough money in his bank, and he has an available cash to invest, or I would say not just to invest, and like to put in savings. So this is their saving account. This is their saving program, similarly like everybody else. They would, as I mentioned to you at the very beginning, they would like to save or to protect or to secure their value of money, as simple as that.
Wow, amazing. I read in one of your documents, and I saw somewhere where you said, I think there is a certain type of diamond that comes on the market, I think once a year, something like that, once in a year or twice in a year.
I mean, every diamond comes with like we were born with birth control, birth certificate. Diamond is coming with his own birth certificate as well, for example. So it calls rarity, how rare the diamond is. The longer it takes to produce the diamond, the more expensive it becomes. For example, I mean, what you saw is the one that comes once a year, and there is one that comes every 25 years. Okay, could you imagine what the value might be? Okay, so I mean, as rare it becomes, it becomes a little more. It becomes more. I would say more expensive and.
So the longer it takes to come on the market, the more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the market, I mean, it means that what it takes the mine to produce the diamond and make it market ready. Okay?
So there's this one that comes on once in a year. There's that one that will come on once in 5 years, and one that will come on once every 25 years. The more it takes longer to be available, the more expensive.
Yeah. Let me put it this way: the longer it takes the mining to the mining to give birth to a new diamond, the more expensive it becomes.
Which means you can find that only something like 3 or 2 companies are the only ones owning that special rare stone. Yeah. And there is nowhere else to be found. You cannot find it anywhere else.
Yeah, this is mainly for collectors, and I would say those who are holding. I mean, there aren't that many people in the world that are holding such diamond, but I mean, yes, the idea is the longer it takes to produce, the more expensive it becomes, as I mentioned.
Wow, amazing. And I think that kind of a diamond is simply kept for prestige, value reserve, and so on. That's not the form of diamonds that are used on in production.
Yeah, the three main uses, Daniel, for diamonds are: one, use it as prestige. Two, cut it into jewelry, and investment. And investment has two perspectives. One of them, increasing the value of the diamond itself and receiving more value in a later time if you want to liquidate it. And the other one is if you want to save or to protect the value of your investment given the fluctuation or the instability of the cryptocurrency as we experience from time to time.
Okay. Okay, let's talk more about that. Now let's leave the casual ones and let's talk about why would crypto companies actually want to own those expensive diamonds. I think that's a very amazing discussion. Okay, why should a crypto company think about owning such an expensive diamond? I think, yeah.
Let's assume that crypto companies don't act any different than crypto investor, the individual crypto investor. Okay, they're just an intermediate, and this is the assumption that we have to keep in mind. Now, when crypto company or crypto investor would like to put their hand on diamond, it's not diamond per se. It's something valuable that they would like to secure their investment or they increase its value. It can be diamond, it can be gold, it can be jewelry, it can be antique cars, it can be something that makes them feel secure because they put their money in something that actually, in the worst case scenario, keep the same value of the currency. And since this asset increases its value, then it means that they made a good deal. It's good for real estate, it's good for gold. I don't think it's actually so good for cars because cars losing their value, but they're buying it just for prestige. So it really depends what they want. And sometimes a jeweler would like to buy rare jewelry in order to rework them and make them necklace and bracelets and so on and so forth. So it's becoming like a trading mode as well as I would say safety element for their investment.
Okay, so can a crypto company buy such an expensive diamond to, okay, let me say, cut it into very many pieces for selling it as a jewelry and prices those jewelry at a bit higher price because at the end of the day they are rare?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, keep in mind that those who buy the crypto, unless they are professional jewelers, they don't touch it. I mean, they still the diamond, they don't touch it. They keep it as is, and then they trade it or sell it. They resell it. Okay. So basically, only those who are professional. Because keep in mind, dealing with the diamond and trying to reproduce it or do something with it, it requires a huge expertise, which I don't think it's something I would look at that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. But then at the end of the day, I think diamond owning diamonds as a crypto company or a financial institution is very unique, precious, and it adds a lot of value and respect and recognition.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you touch upon all those points. I mean, it has to do with prestige and again, for investment purposes.
Yes, definitely. And just like how the companies own gold deposits, they have gold deposits. It's the same way diamond deposits can also happen, which is also amazing. I think it's the same thing. We are talking about metals at the end of the day.
We're talking about valuables. I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
whether you want to call it metal or not, it's. I told you again.
Yes,
Keep in mind,
variables.
they
Yes.
would like. They are looking for alternative to secure their investment. Diamond is one of them. My job is to make sure that they're selecting value on the expense of something else. However, their state of mind doesn't necessarily focus on diamond. The state of mind focus on something valuable that will increase the value all the time.
Wow, that's really amazing, David. Unless you have something that you want to conclude with, we can end this episode right now. Tell people about you. What are you doing? More about your company. How is it happening over there in Hong Kong?
Actually, I'm an SDR, and I'm working with very, very minimum number of companies. In fact, only 3 that actually stick to something valuable. I mean, all 3 are aiming at high ticket item. Neither one of them is the same. I'm not going to share who they are, but they are in entirely, 2 of them are service oriented. Only the only one that has real product that you can touch and see is ED Diamonds. And my job is to bring customers, to look for customers. Firstly, identify who the customers are, understand what is their motives, understand what is their state of mind, understand what is their mindset about spending their money, and then try to make the match, create the match, of course, using advanced technology like AI and the like, just to get to a high number of customers. And right now we see trend in the market, and we focus only on communities like you are a member of, and that's it. So I mean, if you would talk to me, okay, David, let's go and speak about jewelry, I mean, I'll have nothing to say because I'm not going to approach them. That's why I'm focusing on this community only. That's why I'm not doing anything else to move me from my focus, because again, I'm an SDR. I'm dealing with small number of customers. I'm not to fish for a compliment, not so cheap to hire. And since my time is so valuable, I rather focus on the value I bring to my customer. And that's about it.
Well, thank you, David, for such a beautiful insight about diamonds, about tokenization, about how diamonds should get into crypto. I really wish to have you again for another discussion, especially when we have various crypto companies tokenizing diamonds. But I'm so happy to have you right here. And I
thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel, for inviting me. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.